sorry, the biker shooting the other night. Are police investigating if defections between the Mongols and the rebels is behind the shooting?
Certainly we know it is definitely related to OMCG tensions between clubs, the details of which will be subject to the investigation. But for me as Police Commissioner, when we see shooting in our streets, firstly I put the blame directly at the feet of those who control or outlaw motorcycle gangs, and they are the people at the top level of outlaw motorcycle gangs when they sanction these types of activities. So part of our investigation will always be to go after them, to apply all the laws that have been given to us by government, and make sure that we stamp their behaviour out, because I will not tolerate, nor will our gang crime squad, TRG and all those others responding in the last couple of days. We're going to respond very hard to this behaviour.
The shooting target was pictured, wearing a Rock City hat in reference to his Mongols chapter. Does that constitute a breach of the anti-insignia laws?
That will certainly form part of the investigation, and if it meets the threshold of what an insignia is, we'll be charging that person with it.
There's been a 26-year-old charged overnight. It's somewhat of an obscure charge. Is there any chance that could be upgraded?
Look, certainly. It's early in the investigation. I have been briefed they are making exceptional progress. These aren't the smartest crooks in WA. I've got to tell you, some of their actions are quite embarrassing. So I think we will see much more progress in the coming days.
What's the status of the 53-year-old?
Look, all subject to investigation. I think, again, if we leave it a couple of days, let the gang crime squad do their job. They're executing many search warrants from the top of the organisation down, both organisations, Mongols and rebels, and we should have more clarity on the outcome very soon.
Will police be releasing the vision of those raids that happened yesterday to show the public how hard you've been cracking down on them?
Look, I have to be mindful of the status of the investigation, but once I'm able to do so, we'll definitely be releasing what we can.
And the firearms, the shotgun and the handgun, are they still outstanding?
I believe they are, but that's part of the investigation and the raids that are being undertaken at the moment.
And when you hear those details about a family sitting inside a home and an innocent family, it just shows how risky it was.
Shooting guns in public by outlaw motorcycle groups offends me personally as Police Commissioner. I will put every resource I can into stopping that from happening. Well, I think our response to any action like this in the past has shown that we stamp it out very quickly. We will not allow this to continue, and we will make sure that everyone involved feels the full force of the laws, the great laws we currently have, to stop it.
Can you explain the 26-year-old who was charged today? Can you explain the charge?
Look, it's more about discharging something, and until we have better evidence and we've done more of the investigation and we determine whether it might have been a shotgun, a handgun or something else, that's probably what I would say is a holding charge for now.
And sorry, the 53-year-old, are you expecting to charge him imminently?
Look, I think the investigation requires us to do more a thorough assessment of CCTV to find out who did what, because as we already know, there are a number of people there, and we want to make sure that we apply the appropriate charges to those who were causing the most damage at the time.
And the 26-year-old, is he a patch member of the...
We believe so, yes.
WA already has some of the toughest anti-bike laws in the country, anti-bikie laws, but these sort of shootings are still taking place. Is there anything more you can...
Look, we can't stop stupid, and if people want to do things that hurt others in the community, then our response is what matters. Police response is, I say in WA, is the best in the world. We are very tough on crime. We are even tougher on outlaw motorcycle gangs, and they're going to feel the full weight of the law.
Is that the message you have to gang leaders behind the violence?
Yeah, well, I always say to my team, as soon as any violence happens in our community, it starts with the gang leaders first. So they're going to feel the full weight of the law.
Are there more Mongols joining the rebels?
Well, I think that's part of the investigation to determine what triggered it.